Hello guys. Seems I've been given an early version of George Lucas's next special edition of Star Wars. I wonder what necessary inclusions he's put in this time. I can confirm right here that Star Wars is a movie. However, every now and then George Lucas tries to come as close as possible to time travel and change the Star Wars movies with special editions. These edit the special effects and add in new scenes to get the films closer to his original vision. We used to get these quite a lot, but since Disney's buying of Star Wars it seems to happen less. And by less I mean it still happens every now and then. Some of these changes are good. Most are bad. I thought I'd go over some of the bigger ones today and discuss them with you. You don't get to talk back though.
Been waiting for you.
One of the big changes is the addition of Jabba the Hutt in episode 4. The scene was originally shot with a regular human man, but was never intended to be in the movie as the character of Jabba was not fully realised until episode 6. However, in 1997, the special edition of Star Wars that released featured the scene with a CGI Jabba appearing, which didn't look the greatest.
Look, Jabba, even I get bored sometimes. You think I had a choice?
In a later edition, the CGI was updated, but it still doesn't look great. Half of the fun with Jabba was never knowing he was a huge slug man until episode 6 and keeping the mystery behind his character. Here it just seems really weird. I remember as a lad seeing this scene and being completely confused at what was going on. Seems that George loved Cringe's Star Wars story so much he's made it canon to the films.
Many other Jedi have managed to survive.
They're all gone.
Another bad change is the addition of CG characters to the environments of the films. In each film, new characters are added to the scenes which annoyingly distract from the scene and sometimes get in the way of the camera. While I like the prequel films, one thing I'm not a big fan of is the CG characters, as it makes them feel disconnected from the original films. I think it's even worse here as you have some puppet characters like Yoda, and then for some reason some characters just show up made of CGI and it's really weird. Another inclusion, it seems that every character says McClunky before their death now.
McClunky. McClunky. McClunky.
There are also a lot of good changes to each Star Wars film. Many dated special effects are redone to look much better, and things are made more in line with the prequels and later films like the Emperor in episode 5 and CG Yoda in episode 1. In some places though this went way too far, like young Anakin as a ghost in episode 6. Boba Fett's voice lines were also changed to Jango Fett's actor, which I used to dislike. However, since his appearance in The Mandalorian, I think this change is probably for the best. One many often talk about is the change to the scene where Han Solo shoots Greedo first. It was changed to the two shooting at the same time, and somehow Han Solo manages to move his head at light speed to dodge the laser. At this point I think there is no going back with this scene, and it doesn't bother me too much personally. Something I noticed while watching clips for this video is how weird the Greedo puppet looks here. You might now be wondering how you can watch these films in their original forms. Well, it is quite complicated. The rights are messy with this sort of thing, and Disney don't properly have the rights to release the theatrical releases of each film. However, you can still find old releases like on VHS, and there was a DVD release as well in the 2000s, although it's quite rare. There are also a lot of fan attempts to restore the original films and release them in high quality if you care about actually seeing things. Overall, I'm not a big fan of these changes. I understand technology was limited at the time and George might have wanted these things in the films originally, but I think they shouldn't hide what came before and get to see these films how they were originally released. I've had to do that so many times. Well, They were some interesting additions to the Star Wars canon, but the real question is, when is the holiday special getting re-released? It's not actually the special edition, it's actually Lego Star Wars.